Hi, Ches Kane here with Synthetic Warehouse in the Omaha store today, 84th and G. We sell a lot of these bypass kits, and I wanted to just simply go over the filter choices for the dual system. I get a lot of people asking what other filters will fit, or if I'm out on the highway, what can I do? Just a real quick overview though, the dual system, it's two different types of filters. So we're remoting. We got a remote adapter that goes where your original oil filter went, and then the oil pressure up to 12 feet total sends your oil to the bypass manifold, and then let me pull this off. This rail on the outside feeds the filter, and then the filtered oil comes back through the center and over. Now, 95% of the oil goes through the bypass side, or through the full flow. This is your full flow filter, the first one where the hoses are. And then the other, maybe 5 to 8% goes through the 2-micron filter, which is this one here. And this is the proprietary filter that's, Amsoil's technology. And to keep this from bogging down the full flow, let's just say it was fresh, it wasn't clogged up, there's a small pinhole on this this device that's screwed into here. So should this filter be finished of its life, be completely clogged up, you still don't have anything to worry about because all your full flow is going to go through the normal filter like it's supposed to. But we have customers that ask us if I'm out on the highway and I can't get another filter. Let's just say that you hit something and this sprung a leak and you couldn't get an Amsoil filter immediately. Well, the one filter that fits these threads, and it's the EAO80, which is ours, but it's the generic filter that goes on all the Ram or Dodge Cummins diesels from, say, 1996 all the way up till today. They've used that same filter. So that is the same thread. That's the only one that I know of. So if you have one of these kits, you can run to any auto parts store and get that filter for a 5.9 Cummins engine. That will fit these threads, no problem. And because it's a full flow filter, it doesn't have the restriction that this one has. You still don't have to worry about it, because that orifice in there is what limits the flow, not really the filter. So you're still going to have your 95% of oil going through the full flow. So that's just in case of an emergency. Another question we have, let's just say that you installed this. Okay, this is the 100, but let's say you install it on a vehicle. The most common installation actually is going to use the 90, the EABP 90 filter. So a lot of times you're using the 90 not because it's 10 quarts or less capacity, but maybe you can't get the larger filter fitting in that area. So the full flow, you don't want to use our full size 26. That's the one that we recommend, and the one that comes with the dual kits is the 26. The one kit, the EABP, or the BMK 21, which is the universal kit, you buy the filters separately, but all the kits that are made for the appropriate vehicles do come with the filter. The 26 is the full flow. So if you don't have the room for this large full flow filter, and you can see right here it's the EAO 26, I'm going to pick these up over here. So we got the 15, which is probably my second best seller, and you can see compared to the 26, it's a whole different shape. So it's going to match, let me lay this down. Yeah, it's going to match that size of the 90 as far as height goes. And the theme of this video is what filters can you use. So if you get in trouble or something and you need to replace this one and you can't get a hold of an Amsoil one, well, the EAO 15, wait, where's the number on here? Yeah, EAO 15, that crosses over to most Ford pickup filters from, say, 1985, I believe, to 1970. This is the one famous Ford filter that goes way back for several decades. So that's one choice. Another choice would be from about 88 to 2002, all Jeep and Chrysler pretty much used this filter, and as far as Amsoil goes, it's the EAO 42. So if you happen to have one of those laying around, that also fits these threads here. And then there's a couple of more. This one I call the Toyota filter. Most of the Toyotas use this one. It's the 51. Used to be the 57. You can cross this over EA15K51 if you get in a bind. And last but not least, the EAO34. So all of those filters, you know, if you got a size or a shape constraint, these are all options. Now as far as the bypass filters, we've got the 90, we've got the 100, and then we've got the larger one, the 110. And I don't sell many of these, mostly just the single kit I'll sell these, because this filter is meant for the other unit that we have. This is as a dual unit, and that's kind of, in my words, phased out, because we've got, for over-the-road trucks, we've got the 120. Now this uses a different kit for this one. The EABP 120 makes up for the old kit that uses the two 110s. More convenient, more savings, just simplicity, a 1-gallon filter. You can put the 110 on here, but if there's a lot of vibration, I personally don't like it, because that's a lot of stress on here, and you know, vibration can torque things loose. I just don't see the need for it, because most vehicles, most people that are going to use this dual unit are less than 15 quart or 16, well, the Dodge trucks, let's say 17 quart capacity. And that's perfect for the 100, which is this one here. Or if you're under 12 quarts, 12 or under, the 90 makes perfect sense. Two other things I'll mention is when you're going down the highway, another thing you can do to see if this filter, if it's time to change, and you lost track of the date and the mileage that you put when you put this on, when this full flow filter is warm, which should just be, you know, minutes after warm-up time, when you put your hand on this one, it's warm. This one should just be starting to warm up as well. If you go several minutes and this one is not warming up, then it's time to change, because the filter itself is clogged up and you've got quite a restriction there. And the other item that I just want to mention here before we leave, this is an optional part that fits all of these kits. If you go to the website, you can find it there, or you can call me and we can fix that for you. And by the way, the website's syntheticwarehouse.net or oilordering.com. But this unit replaces a plug on the side, and it makes a handy push button oil sampling valve. So this is the only optional part really, but when that's there, it makes a nice seal. And then to take a sample, all you do is push this spring-loaded button in, and you can fill the 8-ounce cups and drop those in the mail. So that tells you when to change your oil. Again, with the bypass kits, it's all about simplicity and convenience, and you can use simple oil analysis to check when you really need to do maintenance, change the filters, or actually change your oil. So the sample kit valve, that makes a nice addition to that. So that sums up our just overview on the filters available for the bypass system, the BMK21 or the associated kits for the various diesel trucks that you'll find on the website there. So, and I'll put the links below the video, and you can click on them and see each kit in detail. So thanks again for tuning in, and subscribe and like the video if you thought this was handy information.